All right, we're back. Professor Wole Soyinka, Emeritus, our Nobel Laureate, has been on the news lately. Is it about old age or the man's stance on where he has stood for a long time? An activist, a critic, name it. Now, he has been supporting his brother in government, that Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And we don't know him to act in those kind of ways, but in recent time, he has chosen what he wants. But recently, he took a swipe on President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, the former head of state. His actions, are they as a result of old age, or he's just being tribalistic?
You see, Professor Wole Soyinka is a very interesting human being, because Wole Soyinka has shown to us that a man can be a chameleon. In the morning, it's in one color, in the afternoon, another color, and in the evening, a different color. Wole Soyinka, as a person, as a child, as a teenager, as a youth, growing up, I'm talking about myself, is an epitome of who every young person wants to be. It's a man we look up to, a mentor, a man of integrity and honesty, a man who will always say his mind. When anything that comes from Wole Soyinka, then, for me, is correct, and a lot of Nigerian young men and women. Here comes 2014. President Goodluck Jonathan awarded Wole Soyinka award of GCON. Wole Soyinka turned it down on the ground that Goodluck is worse than Nebuchadnezzar. that is not a Democrat. Based on that, he will not accept such award from him. Wole Soyinka never allowed the military to rest in their time. Babangida suffered a lot in his hand. So that is anything that have come from the military government, even Jonathan government, was not correct. They are democratic. Now here, fast forward to 2025, President Tinubu, who is on the seat now, happened to come from the same tribe, the same region with Wole Soyinka. This Wole Soyinka is the man who stood for democracy rule. You remember one of his activists that make us to respect him a lot was during the Civil War, where he solely went into a radio station and took over a radio station and made a broadcast in favor of the Biafra War and all of that. And he gained a lot of respect from young men that were growing up. He believed in the tenets of democracy. In this 2025, in this country, we're in democracy, but a segment of Nigeria today is not enjoying democracy. And on Democracy Day...
But he spoke against the president.
Yes, on a Democracy Day, if he spoke against it, speaking is one thing, action is another thing. Before now, when Wole Soyinka speaks, he will follow it by action. He spoke, but on the same Democracy Day that I celebrated democracy, an award was given to him. He accepted it when there's no democracy in Rivers State. Afenifere take a swipe on Tinubu on this, that it's not being loud about democracy, it's by your action that will make a Democrat. Your being loud doesn't make a Democrat. You're saying that you're a Democrat and all of that doesn't make you. It is the action. Talking about the press release or the address of the president to the National Assembly on June 12th. That it shouldn't, June 12th is beyond what is. June 12th should be a day of sober reflection and a pledge of commitment to democracy. Pledge of commitment should be one of those days that you will restore, civil rule to Rivers State. If Wole Soyinka, of all people, will accept an award on that day when Nigeria is not enjoying full democracy, I mean, you could be the judge. Like the Punch said it, that Wole Soyinka rejected this same award from President Goodluck Jonathan on the ground of principle of democracy that is undemocratic. And he has said the same award on democracy that is not democratic. He said, you be the judge whether this man can stand on his own principle. To me, Wole Soyinka should be excused because I'm an old man. I think the better word to describe him as a confused old man. Maybe at his age, he's already losing it. But he may not know because of his person. People will not realize it too easy. But I don't think it's the same Wole Soyinka we used to know.
This year, July 13th. Oh, July 13th last year, Wole Soyinka was 90 years old.
Wow.
This year, July 13th, which is just a month away, less than a month away, he'll be 91 years old.
Excuse.
Do you think we should excuse him for his actions right now?
Well, first and foremost, before I take on that, I want to appreciate Wole Soyinka of yesterday. Then, as you said, when we were growing up, see Chino Achebe, see Wole Soyinka. These are men of honor. These are men that most young men want to identify with, want to pattern their life towards them. But of late, I don't know what has happened to our Nobel Laureate. A man of impeccable character went with this current administration to go and commission a road of Port Harcourt, Calabar,
Lagos, Calabar.
Coastal Road. That is just done 30, not less than 30%. It's done 30 kilometers.
No, 5%.
No, 40 kilometers, which is about 4%. I didn't get that. And to make the matter worse, railroad mockery took him. I'm starting with Wole, our Nobel Laureate at the kilometer 30, and which has been proven to be a lie. He's kept quiet. I want to believe that railroad deceived him, but I expect him to speak up when the truth came to light. That what railroad said wasn't correct. What did our Nobel Laureate do? He's an outspoken man. He's not a man that is afraid of words. At 91, what you want? He has already booked his flight. So what should he be doing now? He's telling the presidency or whoever is in authority how it should be. Why Nigerians are disappointed? I understand why Nigerians are disappointed. And my father said something before he went on. He said, Peter, live long enough, you will see all things. I said, time reveals everything. No matter how you want to hide it, say with time, to come forth, to reveal it. And probably maybe time has revealed it. But I don't see any reason why he should have accepted that, what do they call it, that honor, give it to him.
That's one of the highest awards in Nigeria.
Yes, on that day, on this premise that he rejected from Jonathan, on that premise, he shouldn't have. But we are not fully democratic. From what our friend has said, now there is state capture. This present government has captured legislature, they've captured judiciary, they've weaponized institutions. So on what ground are you accepting this? Or maybe he wants to hang into this wall. At least when you look at it, just thank God, before I departed this earth, I have this. After that, I don't see any reason why he should. He doesn't need it. It's not going to improve his CV. It's not going to look for a job.
All right. Philip, they said that evil prevails in society when good men fold their hands and do nothing. Of late, a lot of good men have folded their hands, say nothing, do nothing about the Nigerian situation. From the words that we heard, Wole Soyinka said that Jonathan is worse than, I mean, what a comparison.
Nebuchadnezzar.
See, worse than, does he know the extent to which Nebuchadnezzar, punished or suffered humanity? But now, during Jonathan's time, fuel was 100 and something, above just 100. Now, fuel is about 900 naira. At a point, it rose to 1,200. Now, what are we going to compare this one with?
You see, what Soyinka did in the days of Jonathan was to give a dog a bad name. so that they can be king. Because Jonathan was from the minority of the minority, and by God, providence, he became president. The likes of Wole Soyinka, who are from the majority tribe, the Yorubas, were not happy. You see, the people that fought Jonathan most, they are all from the Yoruba, and they are the one in power today. So I'm not surprised that Wole Soyinka is accepting the honor, because it is like we have succeeded we have won the battle. So let's celebrate. Let's share the boot. I think it's part of the boot is enjoying from defeating Jonathan. Having said that, I have said before now that the man is old. Old age comes with many things. Some people old, they still keep their memory intact. Some old, they lost their memory. Like Pa Adebayo, Adebayo that died. He kept his memory tight until he passed on. Same with Ike Clark. Anytime you are with Ike Clark, you think you are with somebody who is younger, sharp memory. That's the one I've come in contact with in person. Same with Adebayo from what I had. So Wole Soyinka should be excused. It might not be true that he's actually a tribal bigot, but his action, though he shows it, it may be because it's old. It might not be a grip of what he is doing or is saying.
Because he stood up at the particular time to oppose President Bashana, which is also
a Yoruba
of
man.
a Yoruba descent.
Yes. So I think the man should be excused. Yes, he's following. It might be supporting this government, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, because it might not be his true self.
I don't think he should be excused. Him accepting this thing is an endorsement on this government. He's endorsing they are doing well. He's endorsing that removal of an elected governor of River State is right. He's endorsing that.
No, he didn't endorse that.
For accepting this. For accepting this award.
Because he spoke against it.
For accepting this award.
Yes.
No, he cannot speak against something.
No.
I say accept an award for
No,
that.
They are not quite
in as much
connected.
as I agree with you that yes, it's an endorsement of state capture, emergency rule and all of that. But I've said here that the man is old. Like you said, he will be 91. Old age come with so many things. We have seen different old people. Some remain intact to the end. Some lose it halfway. So you may not know what you don't live with.
You don't know what he's fighting with.
Yes. So yes, but people like you said, the government my
They're cashing on it now.
cashing on it.
They're cashing on it.
When they know that this man is no longer who he used to be, and they know that anybody that sees it to see it as endorsement, as you're saying, they will cash in on it. So
And keep on pumping on that.
exactly, and the man will just be playing along.
All right. Philip said we should give him the benefit of doubt looking at his age. Peter said no, I think he's still in his right sense. But whichever way, we can't take away what God or how Wole Soyinka has been a great statue of, let's say, liberty or freedom for our country. So let's just excuse him. But we definitely will hold a demand on the leadership that we have, not because Soyinka gives them credit that they are not credible. No, we have the voice of other Nigerians that matters. We call on the presidency or those in government for them to act rightly and do things well. We'll be right back on News Insight.